kind of got one hand under, yep, right there, and then you're just gonna have thumb and first two fingers on that little cross beam right there. Very nice.
Very good.
Do that one more time for me, get a nice big sound. Now, how's that feel? How's the instrument? Does it feel okay in your hand? Does it feel awkward?
It feels good.
Feels okay? Alrighty. So now we're going to try the fun part. Get your hand right on there. So we're going to do the same thing we just did, and we're going to go. So that's there's two ways you make notes. 7 of your notes are going to be made from here. Everything else happens changing this. So, grab a different mouthpiece here real quick. What we're going to try and do is see if you can get a second note out just from the mouthpiece. Right back.
Why aren't you making noise?
It's heavy.
She did good for her first blow. She did good for her first blow.
I can't even
How
imagine
long
how
does
she
this
gets
go?
to play this.
All the way to the end.
What one do you think you're going to end up playing in that game? I know the one you want to play, but what one do you think you're going to
You know what? Play whatever you want to play. Trinity's out there learning how to put her clarinet together.
Well, Preston's mom, I
you
saw
buy them from here now?
Preston's mom.
I just went
I
to
guess
on our
Preston's
first day of
here
band.
too.
Yeah, there's Preston. Yeah, and then on our first day of band.
You see him?
Wait,
Yeah.
he's right there.
Wave.
He's not looking.
He's
Not
not
facing
looking.
me.
Carrigan.
Connor, she didn't do it on purpose.
Alright, it'll be a lot easier if I can actually show you stuff.
Well, if you see them go out, Connor, run out and say hi to them.
Okay.
Alrighty, so we're gonna have. You try to make that note. Okay. Now, think of moving your air a lot faster. That was a great sound. So right now you're moving louder, which is more air. Try make the opening here, make it smaller. Can we try that? So we have, and then we have. Okay. You know what? That's a great start. It's a great
It's like
start.
she's killing it. Duck. Sorry.
That's
I'm sorry. Hey, that's what your brother sounded like with the trumpet. It's all good.
I played a lot louder than I was supposed to on accident.
Mm-hmm.
That happens. But that's still feeling pretty good. Feeling's okay. Doing the positions and everything. Okay, we're gonna hold.
Look.
Get nice horn up, nice and high, and so you're holding it like that. Remember, you want to hold more. You don't want to hold up here. You want to hold down here. All right. Now I want to see all the way out. Okay. Is that still fairly comfortable, even if you're reaching all the way out? Okay. All right. So liking trombone fairly well. All right. Now we're gonna go completely different direction. Now, one thing always when you're done playing trombone, we always want to make sure we do the slide lock.
Yeah.
I'm setting these guys off to the side. Might come back to them, depending on how you like the other stuff. Alrighty. What do you like first, clarinet or saxophone?
We'll do clarinet first.
Okay.
I'll save the one I really want to do for last.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna have you take this and actually hold it in your mouth just a little bit, like you're resting a popsicle stick on your tongue. Yep, just nice and gentle. Because dry reeds don't do anything. Alrighty, I'll borrow that here for just a minute. Sheet process slightly.
Here, give me your purse.
Alright, so for clarinet, you're gonna most of the weight is actually gonna be down here. Alright? So it's gonna be resting on your thumb, and these fingers come around, and then what we're gonna do for right now, you're gonna put your thumb over that guy there, and you're gonna go 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So right hand down, left hand up on the top.
Oh.
Left hand is gonna be up there, covering those three openings right there. And your thumb is gonna go over that hole in the back.
Oh, okay.
Alright, and the way you can do that, so your bottom lip will roll over and cover your bottom teeth, and your top teeth will rest on the top of the mouthpiece. So you're gonna rest your top teeth, cover your bottom teeth, and then you're gonna pinch the sides of your mouth in a little bit, and then blow all the way through the instrument. There's gonna be a little bit of resistance there. Alrighty, so we're gonna have that.
Oh, I missed
We're
the
gonna
back
cover. We're gonna cover that guy, and we're gonna do 1, 2, 3 for me.
Oh,
Yep, you gotta make sure you're covering the hole completely. That's a pretty good start. That's a very good start. You're getting the sound right away, which is good. Do me a favor to sit forward a little bit so your feet are flat on the floor. Yep, there we go. Let's try just one, and just that first finger, we're just gonna hold that note out. It's gonna be a nice long note. Alright. So how's that feeling in your hand?
it's good.
Feeling better or worse than the trombone?
Better.
Better? Feels more comfortable? You like it better? Okay. Let's do it one more time. So remember, take right there on the pad of your thumb, and then 1, 2, 3. So we go ba ba ba, and try and bring your elbow out just a little bit. Yep, because that'll make it easier on your wrist to reach around for those keys. Gotta watch your middle finger. So let's just do that note real quick, where you got all 3. Yep, we're gonna go up instead of down. Keep going. And go lift back up. There it is. Alright, so you said that one feels pretty good, feels pretty comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna borrow that guy now for a minute. Clarinet and your woodwind instruments in general are gonna use a lot of air.
Mm-hmm.
Do the same thing here. You're gonna put you're really gonna put almost the whole thing in your mouth.
Oh.
So just kind of let it rest on your tongue like that.
So fun.
Alrighty.
Looks like the same top.
It's very similar. Clarinet and saxophone are very closely related. So go ahead and you might have to, probably loosen this and then tighten it. Get it over your ponytail here. That on for me. Insert there. And I'm going to borrow the reed again.
Hey, you know what? They don't go to St. Cecilia anymore.
Where do they go?
PV.
I don't even know where that is.
Hey, I heard you make a noise with the clarinet. Yeah, that's what Emily plays.
The saxophone?
Uh-huh.
Was Preston want to play the
Well,
drum?
Preston started out with, the piano. Then he went to the trumpet, and now he's on to the drums.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna let that relax. There. I'm gonna try it up just a little bit for you.
That seems like it hurt.
That's why you get the padded one.
I know, that's what you told me. Connor's out there giving me pointers.
Alright, sit forward a little bit for me again.
Scoot up in the seat a little bit.
Yeah.
You
In
stuck?
band class, you will almost never have your back against the back of the seat. Okay, so same deal as clarinet. Actually, we're gonna actually lower that just a little bit. There we are. It looks a little bit more comfortable. So for same deal, right hand down. So you see there's a little hook under there for your thumb. So your right thumb is gonna go in that hook right here.
Right thumb.
Right thumb. Yep. And you're gonna see, you see these three keys right here. 1, 2, and 3 down there. So you're gonna put your fingers on those guys. So 1, 2, and 3 on the white pads right there. Yep. And then your other thumb is gonna go right there. And you're gonna go around to 1, 2, and 3. Got it? It's going to be very similar to clarinet. We're going to let that relax there. So that same roll of bottom over, rest the top teeth on, blow all the way through the instrument. Put just a little bit more mouthpiece in your mouth there. Yeah, keep going. Can you blow a little bit slower? Don't change the amount of air you're using. Just relax a little bit, blow just a little bit slower. Keep going. Alright, we're gonna go the opposite direction. I want you to peel the paint off the wall. Use this full as much air as you got. Okay. Now, how's the saxophone feeling in your hands? Better or worse than clarinet? Better or worse than trombone?
Better than the trombone, but probably not as good as the clarinet.
Okay. Let's try a slight alternate here. We're gonna go off to the side instead. Let's see if that's a little bit more comfortable. Alright. Now, with any instrument, you always bring the instrument to you. You never bring yourself to the instrument. So if you feel yourself like hunching over to play it, then you adjust something there. Because if you bring yourself to the instrument and you're like hunched over like this, you will never be able to inflate your lungs all the way, and it will make it harder to play the instrument. Besides the fact it's just uncomfortable. So give me a nice big blast on that one. Okay. Still less comfortable than the clarinet? Okay. You want to go back and try that again for another minute, for another second?
I think we're getting a clarinet.
That one sounded like a herd of bees.
It did it.
It was good though.
How often do you get someone who comes in and wants to play the sax but plays the clarinet and then switches to the saxophone?
Pretty common.
Pretty common.
There's some schools that don't even start clarinet or don't even start saxophone. You have to start clarinet. Partially just for some kids, it's an issue of hand size.
Yeah.
Reaching around to get the keys is just uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the band director, it's one less instrument they have to teach
Gotcha.
from the beginning. So that helps. Get the right hand down underneath using the thumb rest there. Yep. And remember, when you're doing the clarinet, you want to have a little bit of arch so you're using the pads of your fingers. Not if you're just using the flats, it'll be harder to get notes out. 2 and 3. Yep, there we are.
How am I gonna get it out now?
Saxophone has less air resistance than clarinet, so it's going to feel like you have to use more pressure on clarinet. So let's try that note you were getting real easy, just the thumb and first finger. Let's try that guy. Alright. Still feeling comfortable, still feeling good? I think clarinet's our answer.
Okay. Well, that was easy.
Yeah.
So
Way
what all
easier.
do we need?